Oh my gosh. Good morning. Good morning. How are we? Hi. Happy Monday. Long time no see, girl. Danny Filth did not actually say that about Oklahoma, did he? Because if he did, honestly, so rude. Right? Girl, what's up? Hey, Mr. Meadowman, how are you? You're the first one to chat in Twitch, girl. You should feel very honored. Hey, JT, how are you? Hi, Kevin. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How was Cradle of Filth? How was Danny Filth's voice? How was the show? Oh, shit, she's here. Yep, I'm here. Time to leave. Goodbye. Bunch of posers in Twitch. True. VJ being the biggest turd of them all. The biggest poser of them all, really. Definitely. Rust turd sandwich. Did you guys have a good weekend? Long time no see. Girl, it's been hectic and it's about to get really busy for me and I'm kind of stressing. I mean, I'm not stressing. I'm excited. I'm a little anxious. There's a lot of things going on. I'm just like, oh. But I went and visited my family last week. That's why I wasn't here for Metal Monday last week. So I'm sorry in advance. The move, yes. Tomorrow will be officially 1 month before my move. And I'm like, girl. Yeah, my car. I'm supposed to pay the down payment for my car's shipping this week or something. And then it's getting shipped in 3 weeks. I'm like, oh, I gotta start packing. I gotta start getting rid of things. The studio's basically gonna be the last thing for me to pack. Everything else that you don't see though, behind the camera, I'm gonna have to start packing. But first, we're gonna basically clean house and get rid of stuff, offload things. It'll be here before you're ready. Oh yeah. Well, that's why I want to get a head start now, because moving, it always sneaks up on you, and you just get so caught up in the day to day, going to work, doing your normal routine, and then you're like, shit, my move is in 2 weeks. I have to get boxes, I gotta pack, I gotta get rid of stuff, I gotta do this, do I need, yeah. So I would rather get a head start now and not be surprised later. It is annoying. And it's all the way across the country. It's not just down the street. Chaos and carnage. Exactly. Hi, William. How are you? Oh my gosh. Hi, Varg. How are you today? Blah, blah, blah. I know I talk too much. You're welcome. Happy Monday. Yes. It's going good. I'm a little tired, but that's okay. Little tired, but I have coffee, so we're good. Across the country, where again? California. I saw Spirit Boxing concert on Friday, and it was, if I hadn't seen your woman vocalist and metal video, I never would have gotten into listening to Spirit Box, so thank you. Yay, that makes me so happy, Ryan. How was the show? I'm so jealous you got to see Spirit Box. I would love to see Spirit Box. That's just because Courtney's a goddess and I love her. So, stupid job and their stupid updated clock and system. Eat a big fat one. Hey, Surgical Fruit. How are you? Mr. Venomman, you redeemed a hydrate. My water bottle is getting cleaned right now. Girl, I looked inside my damn water bottle and I saw something orange in there and I was like, I don't know what that is. And I tried to wash it with the brush, get in there, and it wasn't coming out. And I was like, the hell is that? So she's soaking right now. But I have coffee. Did you listen to anything this weekend? I did. I have a whole stack of stuff and a t-shirt to show you. You're a little tired, yet perfect as always. Hey, Tobias, how are you? Welcome to the stream. That's exactly why I redeemed it, for the coffee. Oh, yes. Sorry, I keep knocking the mic. It's not a stream if I don't knock into the mic at least like once. Terrific. I had a blast, and I meant to say that the concert was out of this world. I figured there was a little typo there. I do it too. Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, I still can't believe that there's women that can actually sing like that and do those types of screams. Like, it's still mind-blowing to me even like 3 years later, from listening to metal, especially when it's like a BDM band or some sort of slam grind or style band, and you're getting all of these like ribbity vocals. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that's so impressive to me. So so until when are we getting regular streams? What do you mean? That's tea. Don't let her fool you. Oh no, it's black coffee. I only drink my coffee black. Wow, that's the first cup of coffee I've gotten. I get spoiled. I like to have a little cream and sugar in there, but then I'm like, okay, I'll take it black for the rest of it. You went to the Tarot Obituary show on Thursday in San Diego. I think Russ went to that one. He saw Obituary again, said that they rocked. Obituary slaps. Yeah, there were some Patreon members that were a little feisty with me with my cause of death reaction on there for Obituary. John Tardy's voice is just, it's rough on that album for me. It was very surprising too. Like, because I love Obituary. I've seen them already live, and I'm like, bro, they're awesome. And Slowly We Rot was also, like, a banger. And then I listened to... So I was going into Cause of Death being like, yeah, this is going to be a banger. I already know it. And it was rough. Terror, Obituary, yeah. It looks like you haven't even packed anything. Not in the damn studio. I haven't packed anything. I am packing... No, girl... The studio is like the last thing that's going to get packed. So I have everything already planned out. Tier 3, Patreon, and we basically planned out all of the remaining raw reactions and the Morbid Curiosity videos I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be batching those so that I will basically provide a month's worth of content for Patreon while I'm getting things like set up. And, yeah, the studio is going to be the last thing that's going to get packed. And my last stream is going to be, I'm looking at my calendar. Yeah, so we're moving on the 27th. My last stream for Twitch is going to be on the 23rd, the Friday before I move. So our last Monday stream will be in 3 weeks on the 19th. So, you didn't answer my question about the stream schedule. Well, what was your question about the stream schedule? Because you just said, so until when are we getting regular streams? So what do you mean? Like regular streams again? After the move? Day before MDF. I'm so jealous you get to go to that. Dead by Dog is the only show I'm going to be able to go to this year for sure. So from after the move, I assume. So my goal is I'm going to take 3 weeks to a month off relatively. I'm giving myself as much time as I possibly can to basically prepare in case there are issues trying to figure out all of these things, because we're moving off the grid, and until we get Starlink and actually move into our house, that's still, so the inside of it is gonna, we have to do. So when we move, we're gonna have to be doing all the interior work of our house. And then we can get the Starlink move in there and everything like that. So you won't be back till June. So my last stream will be on the 23rd, and I'm hoping if everything goes well, everything is back to normal on Twitch. As early as, let's see, where are we? This is May. So the week of the 27th, I'll have off for travel because it's probably going to take like 3 to 4 days to get there. And then the second week will be getting everything unpacked, and then I'm going to have a rough studio prepared to get started on Patreon stuff. So I'm hoping by either the 9th of June or the 16th of June, I can get back to streaming. At the latest, it could be the first week of July. So, unacceptable. Cancel the whole move. Hey, VJ, how are you? No Kaya for a month? I know. Oh, you don't understand. It's going to be a lot of work. So I just moved house and I'm so exhausted. Take your time. Yeah. Well, like I said, we're not just moving like down the street or somewhere in Oklahoma. We're not just moving to like another house in the city where it's easy to have like access to internet. Like we're going rural, like off the grid, rural living. I mean, it's an absolute dream come true. It's going to be fantastic and awesome, but it's going to be a lot of hard work. And it's like the first time that we're actually going to be doing all the interior stuff. So we have to pick out like everything for our kitchen. Like, we have to pick out, we have to do the bathroom, like the flooring, the ceiling panels, like all of that stuff. So, and I'm just more preparing for having issues, you know? So I'm just preparing for having any sort of like technical issues when it comes to keeping power or internet, that type of stuff. So, I'd rather be prepared for like worst case scenario than underprepared, if that makes sense. So, her favorite metal band is Sleep Token. Get out of here, girl. Oh, you're expecting delays? I'd rather prepare for delays. Because like I've done the test. So like what's kind of cool about Starlink is you can go onto their website and you can put in like your zip code and see if it's even available for your area. And then you can see like roughly like an estimate of like what your service would be like. So the biggest thing for like YouTube and Twitch is your upload speed, right? So you want to make sure you have good upload speed so I can stream. But also not having good upload speeds when you're trying to upload a video, girl, is actual ass. Like it takes so long to do. And so everything checked out on the thing. So it should be fine. Like everything should be fine in terms of like getting the internet access and everything. So I'm not worried about that. But yeah, if worst case scenario, if nothing's working with the internet we have at the main house while we're doing our other house, it'll be in Discord. Worst case scenario, but I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. So there's no fiber out there. It's too rural. So we can't have fiber out there. Starlink is literally our only option, which I'm not complaining about. I mean, literally, it's a dream come true. My goal is I'm going to be starting to prep a garden there shortly. I've got to figure out exactly like what I want to grow. I need a good idea of like the first and last frost dates. And I don't think I'm going to start any seeds this year, but I will try and at least purchase, like order some so I can start a garden. No fiber yet, maybe in a decade or so. Exactly. Spoiler, there will be issues. Exactly. I would rather be prepared to have issues. Kaya off the grid. Next stop, tinfoil on the walls and calendars on your head. Oh, please. You abandoned us last week. I know. I was visiting my family. I was visiting my grandmother. So, you have to update the P.O. box after the move? Yes. If I get another P.O. box, I might keep it. So, well, keep in mind, Davis, my move isn't until the end of May. So, you know. She listens to Motionless in White. Get out of here. Y'all just gonna be sleeping in a cave or something until the house is ready? No, we're sleeping in another house that's on the property. It was basically the original house that the family moved into when they first moved onto that land. So she's gonna be surrounded by trees. It's actually a pretty open area, but it should be fine. So 3 more weeks of streams. Yep, you got me for 3 more weeks. Well, you got me for a month. After tomorrow, it's going to be a month of streams, and we're going to have a blast. So nothing's changing for the next month. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you updated on what's going on. And because it's going to take like 3 to 4 days for us to drive out there. And then I'm hoping that the first official week that we're there is obviously when I'm going to be unpacking the PC, checking out all my stats. The first thing I want to do is make sure that I can film content for Patreon and YouTube, which I'm not worried about YouTube. And I'm not worried about trying to film content, but it's like I have, I use OBS and YouTube when I'm doing my reactions for your Patreon. The deep dives I'm not going to have an issue with. So that's really what it comes down to is like I want to, that first week, unpack this, plug everything in, make sure I can work everything. And then from there, Twitch and streaming on, everything. The last of May, Kaya off the grid, pretty much. Technically, the double wide is the second house since the first one burned down. Yeah. The damn fire service. Forest service. That's a conspiracy theory, though. We're going to miss the hell out of you. Don't worry, I'm going to be in Discord. And like I said, so that first week, the first official week when I'm unpacking all of this stuff, I'm going to be, we'll do a hangout stream for tier 3 in Discord. And what I'm kind of thinking about is, while I'm unpacking stuff and seeing if things are working, whatever, I might continue my normal stream schedule within Discord. But it just kind of depends while things are doing its thing. So, Patreon does not suck. I have a lot of good content on there, girl. Give it at least 2 weeks before she's eaten by a bear. Oh, God. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to worry about bears. And more importantly, you're going to have to worry about wolves. Because California is bringing back them damn wolves. So, you're going to stress out doing all that. I'm really going to try. I'm really, really, really keeping you guys in mind. I don't want to keep y'all in the dark. I'm certainly not stopping, like, any of my content, especially, like, Twitch and Patreon. So, yeah. So, I'm not forgetting about y'all. It's just, yeah, that's until they rip your face off. So, I'm going to work as diligently as I can to make sure everything works. And it should be fairly easy. The biggest change, too, is going to be, like, the time change. You know? Because it's like... Well, because it's, like, 2 hours behind me right now. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to... Like... I stream at 9 a.m. Central Time. That's 7 a.m. California time. So I'm like, do I want to stream as early as like 7 a.m. there to keep the same time? Or do I want to do like 9 a.m. California time, which would be like noon Central Time, you know? So. And Rusty will have a ball. All the squirrels and wildfires out there. Oh, God. Well, that's the thing. So they have guardian dogs on the property. So Rusty will not be able to go off leash. I don't know if I'm going to let her off leash at all, period, because she's a bloodhound. But, yeah, she can't be off the leash on the property at all for like at least 3 months. Because she'll get mauled. She'll get mauled by the dogs. Because they don't know her. So you're switching to later times. That works. I might switch to later times to stream. Which honestly, for my Wednesday and Friday streams, I feel like we get more people around like 10:30. Honestly, 10:30. So I might switch. Especially in the winter. So because we're on, oh my God, solar, in the winter, it's a little bit more tricky because in the morning, you know, you have to wait till either the snow melts from the solar panels or they just don't, the batteries, they hold a charge, but it's a little bit more difficult in the winter. So it might just be better for me to do it in the afternoons. So Rusty already lost her first fist fight. Get her into a BJJ class. She's such a little shit. And so I actually have a funny story. You get more people around 10:30 on Wednesday because they are waiting on peripheries to be over. Oh, I guess that could be true. Well, it's kind of funny. So, I've been taking Rusty regularly to the dog park. We've got a little park posse now, and one of our park posse members, he has a really old Saint Bernard, and unfortunately he had to be put down because he was 12, a big boy, so it was his time to go for sure. And we already knew that he was going to be like, his time to be like humanely euthanized was on Friday at 7, but he ended up having a seizure early on Thursday. Anyway, right before he was going to go and be euthanized, he brought him to the park, but he was sitting in the grass and whatever, and we were going to go and say our goodbyes. And but we all had our dogs there, and so we had to go, and take turns to go and say goodbye to Samson, because he was able to get out of the car, but he, just plopped onto the grass in front of the vehicle. So he didn't make it into the actual park. He has another dog that he brings that likes to just chase a soccer ball around. Anyway, the point of the story is this all comes back around to Miss Rusty Turd, because it was like, okay, it's my turn to go and say goodbye to Samson, right? So I was like, okay, will you two other members of my park posse just watch Rusty? They knew her behavior and she was a turd, whatever. So I go, I'm saying goodbye to Samson, and I just hear this dog like start terrifyingly yelping. And I look back and two members of my park posse are trying to wrangle Rusty away from like terrorizing this poor puppy. She won't leave it alone. She's like making it roll. She's making all these noises. She's running around. She's wiggling. She's grabbing the ears. She's doing all this stuff. And like, I'm like, oh my God, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go get my kid. Ugh. That was the name of my late cat. I have his picture on Discord. Yes, he was such a cute Saint Bernard. He was very, very old though, and yeah, it kind of broke all of our hearts because he had been there for like the last year or so. But it was definitely his time to go, and he was definitely very old. So how much volume in your house a dog like that would take up. I know, right? A very big dog, big animal. But yeah. Rusty be turdin'. She effed around and found out. That's for damn sure. They're huge. Yeah, they are. I think what I'm definitely going to miss from Stillwater is like the park posse that I have there, because it's really fun. But I'm excited to move, and it's going to be a big change. It's going to be a lot. So St. Bernards aren't as big as you think, depending. There was a lady I knew that had one, and he was about the size of a German Shepherd. It depends, for sure. But sometimes they can get big. Bloodhounds can get big, too. I mean, I thought Spooner was big, And his best weight, he was like 90, 95 pounds. But there's a bloodhound here that I saw that literally was 3 times the size of Rusty. Like 150-pound bloodhound, and that was like not overweight. And I'm like, Jesus. Oh, it wasn't a St. Bernard. I'm sorry. It was a bull mastiff. I don't know why I said St. Bernard. It was a bull mastiff. That was 12. So big dogs like that usually tap out at like 8 or 9 years old. So, but that's okay. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. I do have some music and a t-shirt to show you if you want to see it. That is pretty young, honestly. 8 or 9. It's really old for big dogs. So, oh my gosh, Losif, hello. How are you? Hey, Hearts, Barts, how are ya? Was it Hearts, Balts? There you go. Hearts. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Doberman Pinschers are the best breed. I think Bloodhounds are the best. But that's also just because I love how goofy they are. They're just goofy dogs. Very, very goofy. Very goofy. I'd like to get a second one, but they're troublemakers, girl. We have a flood watch? What? I didn't even know we were supposed to have rain, girl. Here's the other thing, bro, okay? Living in Oklahoma, I am beyond ready to move because of this damn weather, okay? It is about to be May. If you don't know anything about Oklahoma, if you don't know anything about the tornadoes and being in this sort of like tornado belt, okay, May is the worst month for tornadoes. It's storm season. And I'm like, girl, we literally have to make it 1 month. And the problem is, I have this I'm a knock on the wood, girl. I hope I'm wrong. Please, Lord, let me be wrong, because I have this feeling we're about to get a big one. 1999, they had an EF5. 2011, they had an EF5. We haven't had an EF5 in like 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. We're due for one. They don't come in Stillwater, but they do go to Moore, which is like southeastern Oklahoma City. They also go into Missouri. It ain't nothing but storms up north. It's like snowstorms. California's got good weather, though. Girl, we don't even have any rain in the forecast. What do you mean? So allegedly shorties live longer? Pretty much. Why do you think Chihuahuas last as long as they do? My best friend lives up there. It's constant. Well, yeah, in the Pacific Northwest. That's not where we are, though. If you live in Oregon, yeah, you've got plenty of rain. So, or Washington. Lots of rain. Lots of rain there. Girl. And earthquakes. Not where I will be moving, thankfully. But it's mostly wildfires. That's what we're going to have to deal with when we move out there. Because they're cute? No. Because they're tiny. Why do you think Chihuahuas last as long as they do? Because they're tiny. Oh. Yeah. They just dealt with fires. Yeah, they're going to be dealing with more, unfortunately. Which is kind of a blessing because it gives you an excuse to not leave the property. Great. I don't want to leave the house anyway. I don't like leaving the house. Period. So much anger in such a small body. It's true. Well, there was a girl. Oh. I've talked about this many times, about how there's people at the dog park that just bring their small dogs in when, like, Rusty is what she is. And there's this girl that brings, like, her super cute poodle that she literally has, like, a dyed mohawk on the dog. And then she's got these, like, 2 tiny chihuahuas. And one of them's, like, really fucking old girl. Like, so old. And literally looks like a hairless rat, basically. And she always gets, like, she's so protective. She's like, one stomp of, like, a big dog on this little dog. And, like, she's gonna die. And then she brought them into the dog park. Like, the big dog park with Rusty. And then she got terrified because, like, Rusty was roaming around there. I was like, oh, my God. Please don't do anything to this dog. Thankfully, she avoided it, but... God. Don't let your cats get obese. I made that mistake and lost a cat at 10. My other cat with normal weight turned 16 this year. Cats live a long time. A long time. I'm allergic to cats, though. I don't think I would be able to have one in my house. So, I don't know. I don't know. All right, I got music. You ready to see it? So, I had this one band send me something a while ago. I've listened to it twice now. But originally I was going to do a video, and then I decided to change up my content style. So you're welcome. But I'm going to show it to you. So this one is called Final Siege. And this is their, I believe it's an EP. It's called Nuclear Doom State. That's what it looks like. It's like thrash metal. Oh God, almost dropped the damn thing. Let's see. I'll see if I can find it on here. How do you spell siege? This is pretty fun though. This is pretty fun. It's groovy. It's got some fun tracks. I'd probably give it like maybe a 6.5 out of 10. 7. Doesn't. God. Don't do these slipcases, girl. I know they're cheaper. Yeah, they're thrash metal from New York. So this is their second full-length album. Their first one was called March to Your Grave, which was released in 2021. But yeah, George, their bass player, originally reached out and wanted me to review this. Here's their band photo. So very, very sweet to send this. They also sent a little moolah my way to have me review it. And here's the CD too. So this is pretty fun. If you want to listen to it, I believe this is on YouTube for streaming. But they're called Final Siege. Like I said, they're thrash metal, so it's pretty fun. Good listen, good background music. Just good for, like, the vibes, good for chilling. So, $5 a review. I don't do reviews anymore. Not like that. This is the t-shirt they sent me. I want you to pay your taxes. So that's the t-shirt. Nothing on the back, but that's what they sent. And honestly, the shirt kind of, like, the shirt's cute. But, like, not the taxes part, but I like the logo a lot. What? That's what it literally says, okay? That's what it says on the t-shirt. Okay? Good luck with that. This? Look at that. Not the taxes part, yo. I'm like, why? Why does it have to say I want you to pay your taxes? Okay, girl, I know. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Next one. This is Janky, but like actually the band name is Janky. Are you ready to listen to it or hear it? See it? That's what it is. Ba-da. This is also FOAD. Oh, it's dark. Why are you so dark, girl? Come on. Look at that. So it's the actual band is Janky. And it's called Dead Society. 1983 to 1987. Like a compilation. Have you gotten any flags recently? Yes. I got the Deicide one. I got a Deicide flag. It's just a black vinyl. But this was really fun. I'm not sure if this is streaming anywhere, but the band is literally called Janky. I believe it's Japanese. What was it? Hardcore? It was fun. This was a good listen. The first song was a little bit rough recording-wise, but then it got better in terms of, like, the production. There were some songs on here, girl, that were tasty. Like, the bass was forefront in the mix. You could hear it. It was a jam. It was a vibe. Yeah. This was awesome. So if you're into, like, hardcore, especially, like, Japanese hardcore, yeah, it was good. No, it wasn't the latest Deicide album. It was, I forget the name of it. It's the one with the dude, and he's, like, pulling the girl, or, like, whatever. It's not their best album. I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's not their latest one. It's punk. Okay, there you go. It's punk. The red and white one? No. In the Minds of Evil. Yeah. Death Do Us Part is rough, too. That's a rough one. In the Minds of Evil, literally has, like, the best album cover. But it's, like, it's okay. You know? Okay, this one, I might have shown this already. I think I have shown this, but finally listened to it. And get to see Profanatica, Dead by Dog. So this was their new EP. And it is called Wreathed in Dead Angels. So, Profanatica. US black metal. Their new EP is a banger. Profanatica. Heck yeah. This thing was dope. This was great atmosphere, great production. But Paul, he's not watching this. He probably doesn't watch any of my shit. But girl, okay, I probably already said this. The vinyl. Paul. Girl. The vinyl. Hello? That's the front? It's literally a one-sided record. Look how gorgeous that is. But wait. Look how pretty that is. Like, actually, hello? I can't. This is probably one of the most beautiful records we have in the entire collection. I ain't gonna lie. Like, holding it up to the light, I'm obsessed with the back. It just kind of looks, I don't know. It looks like some weird creature, but I know it's like not. And I just love this marbling. Ugh, it's so pretty. It just makes me so happy. Profanatica, great band, really great production. Just good lyrics all around, good vibe music. I'd probably give this like an 8, honestly. And yes, I also really like the record color. You're welcome. It's the album art for the etching. Yeah, I know it's the album art that's etched in there, but it looks like a creature. Like, I don't know, it just looks like a rough drawing of some creature, in my opinion. Haven't listened to them in a long time. You should. I'm excited to see Profanatica at Dead by Dog, I think. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It should be fun. So, okay, the next one. What? Never saw them live either. Oh, yeah. So this is a confusing one. My fiance and I still don't understand the decision behind getting this as a freebie from Hell's Headbangers, but we got it. It's from Hell's Headbangers. I don't know if J-Dog is just trolling me or what, because we've gotten one other questionable freebie from them that was like it was like Walmart brand Depeche Mode. And now this is a Norwegian artist who is basically trying to do American country folk. It's more of a question about how it ended up at HHR in the first place. It's not an HHR release. I swear, though, the actual artist of this is a fan of metal and then just, like, sent copies to Hell's Headbangers. He probably even watches J-Dog and was like, here, will you sell this? And then he was like, oh, it's so, like, not what we would normally sell that they just have been literally holding on to it for years. So, I mean, it's called Revoke by Death Barrel. And that's the cover. All of this to lead up to this record. Yeah. Like I said, it's Norwegian's take on American country folk, which is very interesting because it's not in English for a couple of the songs, but it sounds like, you know, what a country song with like banjo and fiddle would sound like, you know? I told her a while ago I didn't want to take it slow. You know, something like that. Drinking on the porch till I can't see no more. But like a Norwegian trying to do it, you know? And then here's the back. And you know what? It wasn't half bad. But I also, you know, I like that kind of music. I grew up listening to that kind of music. I live in an area where they make that kind of music. So, yeah, it's not terrible. Confusing, but not terrible. Sent 30 plus copies. Someone trolled HHR in a trade. Yeah. So Magpie thinks that what happened is, who was it? It was like Soul Seller Records was doing a trade with HHR and threw these into, I guess, troll HHR, and then they were stuck with these copies. This record came out in like 2020, and there's we can just tell that the record's been kind of sitting in its sleeve for a while, so I don't know. Did they just like forget this? That they had this, and then they're like, oh, let's see if we can, get rid of this. Also, I just saw your posture check, Mr. Metalman. Thank you. Sorry. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Hi, Suman. So all this to say, you should listen to it if you like country, or if you're just interested to hear what a Norwegian American folk country sounds like. Like I said, we were confused also. And it's on a orange vinyl. It was probably in some lost bin. Yeah, I don't know. I am confused. Confusion. But like, look at that. It looks way more solid on camera. It's a little bit lighter in person. Like, this is, like, super bold. That's a highlight a message. Good. So, yeah. That's what we listened to. Also on Twitch, we listened to literally the best Amon Amarth record. One of them. Twilight of the Thunder God. In its entirety on Wednesday. And Bestie. I gotta tell you, I've re-listened to that album like at least 2 times since we've done that stream. It's really good, especially the first half. Like, the first half is yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. This dude isn't in like a black metal or something, is he? I have no idea. I literally don't know. I do not know. So, I mean, but like, look at this, dude. Look at the rim. Like, look at that. That's how long it's been sitting in its packaging. Like, are we being trolled? J-Dog, did you send this to us because you thought that we would like it? I mean, the instrumentation's great. But, like, that has been sitting with, like, some other shit on top of it for a very long time. Who sent this to you and why? It's my question. But, I am mad at it. I'm also pretty easy to please. So, I don't know. Magic, hey. Magic Chef Nate, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing so well. Norway is EDM land? Are they? Is it? I don't know. I don't listen to EDM. I'm not in that trend. Exactly who to send it to? Probably. He knows I like that sort of stuff. Southern Girl knows her tunes. We'll give you a buck to take this record, pretty much. I mean, it's not terrible. It's better than like the like I said, the Great Value brand EDM we got as a freebie. So, what was that? Girl, I bet I know exactly what that sound was. Oh no, is that the garbage truck? It is, okay. I was gonna say, when it gets time to moving season at my apartment complex, they like to basically rent out a big dumpster, like a 40-foot dumpster, just so all the college kids can literally throw out everything in their apartment into that dumpster. I'm talking like mattresses, full-blown furniture, and I'm like, haven't y'all ever heard about donating that stuff to like a Salvation Army or a Goodwill? And they're like, nope, we'll just throw it away in the garbage like we do wrappers for candy. Like, I've never seen that before. No woman is easy to please. False, Suman. False. Women are easy to please. You just have to, speak with your actions and not just with your words. Okay? You want relationship advice? There you go. Lies. Yeah. I mean, we're also, we like to read into every single little detail. So even if you think you haven't done anything wrong, you probably have, in which case you need to apologize and buy some flowers or something. If she hasn't spoken to you in like 3 days, you might be in trouble for something you don't even know what you did. So, women don't even understand women. Ugh. This is true. Do you have a Slipknot on vinyl? A Slipknot? I don't think I have anything from Slipknot on anything. I don't have hardly any new metal. Slipknot. I don't think I have any new metal on any sort of record. Physical at all. I don't think. No, it's all like old school death and thrash and some punk death metal. That's all the old school shit. I mean, I have Spirit Box. I have 2 records from Spirit Box. And I have Tate McRae. Priorities. New metal on vinyl should be illegal. I don't think so. Apologize for something you did in a dream she had about you. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. She might have dreamed that you talked to another girl, and you would still need to apologize for that. The less new metal, the better. I don't know. I'm starting to get into new metal a little bit on my Patreon, to the chagrin of some people, but I just haven't ever listened to it before. So I was listening to Godsmack, which was a very interesting experience. And we also did Papa Roach too. That was very interesting. We did the Infest album. Women read too much into nothing. Never easy to please. Oh, we're pretty easy. Godsmack's not really new metal though. They just got lumped in there. I don't know what they are. I would say Papa Roach is kind of... I don't know if Papa Roach is necessarily new metal. Are they? I guess Infest would technically be considered a new metal record. People on Reddit said their first 2 were. I do love Korn, Mudvayne, and Papa Roach. Papa Roach is definitely a band for the nostalgia factor. If you didn't grow up listening to Papa Roach as a kid, you probably wouldn't get into them now. And that's what I was figuring out when I was listening to their Infest record. So, which is very interesting, It was interesting to realize that and listen to it, because I was if I was a teenage boy that was feeling all kinds of angsty teenage hormones, I would be all over the Papa Roach Infest album. She apologized to you in her head, and if you don't hear it, it's your fault. Exactly. Metallic Death knows what's up. Everything is your fault, so basically you need to apologize for it, accept that you're wrong, and then figure out how to make it better. All I know from Papa Roach is Last Resort. Bro, the secret song on Infest is literally their best track. That's actually a banger, and I don't even know why they went with like this whole new metal, rap metal thing. I'm like, Jacoby, girl, you should have just done like reggae metal. You should have just done like reggae alt metal. You know, it would have just been so much better. I don't know. Just get a woman's socks. Chig's dick socks. Well, just because I like socks, Magpie, does not mean that other women are going to like socks, okay? I bet you $5 most women hate socks. If you try and give a woman a pair of socks, they will throw them back in your face and leave because most women are shallow. Most women just want like a handbag or like flowers or whatever. I mean, you could do like a nice dinner, but no, most women are not going to like socks. Even when she's wrong, you need to apologize for being right. Exactly. Reggae metal like Skindred, that's a thing? I didn't even know reggae metal was actually a thing. Oh god, do we need to do a video on Skindred now? Is that a thing? I'm writing it down. Also, I have another band, Mr. Metal Man's CD he sent me. Oh, hell no. What a Woman to Forgive You. Buy her a vacuum cleaner. Oh, God. That is a very quick and easy way for somebody to, like, break up with you. If that's what you want to do. Don't listen to Surgical Brew. Don't do Skindred. Why are you listening to Mr. Metalman? Get her a Roomba. Well, it's because of the Morbid Curiosity series. You know, duh. It's not my fault that you voted for OTEP, okay? And OTEP lost, thank God. Girl, I don't ever want to hear that Eminem cover from her ever again. Yes, that was painful. That was in a Patreon hangout stream. OTEP covering, what is it? Will I Am or something like that from Eminem. No, I think he did My Name Is or something. Horrible, awful, really, really. That was bad. That was bad. That's why I have to suffer. You have to suffer. Yeah, I guess that's true. My ex was like malfunctioning roller coaster, always wrecks out. Oh yeah. OTEP is a chick. I know. I'm well aware. That don't mean nothing, girl. Rap is painful, period. Okay, Mr. Baby Metal. The song is a banger. Beyond the Black. What record is that off of? From Metal Church. Because I've listened to a couple Metal Church records. Is that from their, what is it? Dark? It's like Dark, and then the self-titled's really good. I'm forgetting what exactly. I'm terrible with remembering album names. Hey, Vengeance, how are you? The Dark. Yeah, I knew it was something simple like that. The Dark's not my favorite. I liked their debut, or like their self-titled. Oh, is it? Did I say he? No, it's she. Baby Metal don't really do rap except black baby metal. Davis. I still can't believe that you're a hardcore baby metal fan. And you requested DSBM for a Friday stream. And you hate Periphery, but you like are a diehard baby metal fan. Like, that is just crazy to me. It just goes to show that, like, people have, like, such different tastes. So, POD is, like, the epitome of new metal. What is Full talking about? Oh, God. What is POD? I don't know what that is. How's it going? Hey, Spooth. How are you? How's life being a doctor? What does POD stand for, though? POD. Pod. Yeah, I know that's their name. What does it stand for? Piss on D's nuts? Like, what does it mean? Payable on death? Ugh, God, that's awful. That's worse. Payable on death? God. Sometimes I question y'all's music taste. Well, that's okay. Did we get a new person that joined our Discord? Come and join our Discord, by the way. Because like I said, I'm going to try my best to get everything set up as quickly as I possibly can when I move. If for some reason I'm having difficulties getting Restream in particular set up, because I use Restream for Mondays, to be able to dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. If I'm having difficulties using Restream with my upload speeds there, and if I'm having difficulty with the Twitch, this, again, it's all going to be before Starlink. Starlink might not get set up for a month or two. So, I will continue to do my streams in Discord. They're going to be a little more rough and a little more raw, but I think they're still going to be fun. So if I can't get them fully set up yet, for these platforms, but one day you need to check out Fake Healer by Metal Church on the third album. That song is a real banger. Ugh. Metal Church is underrated, honestly. I genuinely think that they were outshined by Iron Maiden. I really, really, really like Metal Church. Don't be a grammar Nazi. Stop it. They're Christian. Oh, you're doing it to your own self. Well, then that's fine. God. Details. They're a Christian band, and Katy Perry used to sing backup vocals for them for Payable on Death. And she was in a music video from them. Oh, my God. Not the Iron Maiden hate again. What? I'm not hating on them. Also, this is surprising to come from you, Surgical Brute, and not Metallic D's. I never said I hated them. Ever. I just think they're a little overrated. Which is fine. Could be better. A damn deer smashed my window and side view mirror whilst I was on my way to work. Oh my God, are you okay? Jeez. I'm so sorry that happened. Where are you now? Are you at work? Are you at home? Are you at the car shop? Oh my God. I bet the deer probably done died. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye, girl. Don't be a Criver Nazi. Just be, oh, God. But I think Metal Church is better than Metallica. They were better musicians, better songwriters. Yeah. I would be maybe inclined to agree for some of that. I don't know what happened on And Justice for All. That album was a mistake. Ain't gonna lie. I'll be the one to have a hot take. I don't care. The window inside her and I'm at home. Okay. Well, that's good. Good. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. You got some hot takes on Iron Maiden. I think it's fine to have hot takes on these things. I'm not afraid to share my opinion, you know? And it's like I'm trying to... It's hard because it's like I'm new to the genre, and also it's like it's my first time listening to a lot of these things. So it's like I'll share my opinion and people are like, but you don't understand, like for the time it was, you know, XYZ, like they're this influential and stuff. So it's like I have to learn to like respect the history of the metal genre and like how influential, you know, certain styles and songs were. But also I have to, you know, I have to be okay sharing my opinion and being like, well, it just kind of sounds overrated, or it just kind of isn't that great, in my opinion. So, yes, boring. The songs are just too long. And Justice for All is boring. I don't think Injustice for All is a bad album. I just think that they made stupid decisions like turning down the bass. I think some of the songs are fine, but some songs are very forgettable. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the problem. I think. What? Why are you saying I'm funny? Well, I have to learn. Y'all were literally licking and dicking all over John Tardy with that cause of death reaction, girl. You were just all over. You were like, you don't understand. John Tardy's so influential, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he's literally admitted to not knowing the lyrics, not knowing what he was even singing, and going into the damn studio, girl, and going, blah, 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 blah. And y'all are eating it up, be like, oh, that's so influential. And I get it. I get it. For the time, I get it. Because they were kids. They had no idea what they were doing at this time. But I'm like, if a fucking person did that today, if somebody did that today, and they're like, I don't know what I'm singing about, I'm just going in there going, blah, 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 nobody would listen to that band. Nobody would care. Everybody would be like, this dude, this piece of shit. I'm like, come on. All that to say, Slowly We Rot's a great album. I don't know what happened with Cause of Death. Girl doesn't know about mumble rap. Oh, I do. Are you kidding me? I know about mumble rap, and it's not, I don't know. It could be still popular. But I never got into mumble rap either. Mumble rap was stupid. It was bad. And I'm like, we're literally just doing word salad. Like that song from Panda that Kanye sampled on his Life of Pablo album. If you listen to that actual song, from Panda, that is literally the most weird, I don't know, word salad. I could go on. Kia, take a chill pill. You're the one that told me that, I was so funny. Why am I so funny, girl? Huh? You tell me. I heard the song One, and that was my gateway into metal. I had the music video for it on VHS. My mom's a huge, she was really into Metallica with that music video also. So it's I get it. I mean, it's not my generation. So that's also, again, I'm like, here's my opinion of how I feel about it as a newbie and as somebody that's not from the generation, but I also have to respect the process, respect the influence and the transition, Mumble rap song Broccoli was horrible. I apologize for being right. See, there you go. Cause of Death is fine. Instrumentally, it's great. Instrumentally, Cause of Death is great. And like I said, I was so surprised to be annoyed by John Tardy's vocals on that record. But even VJ himself said that he was not into John Tardy's voice on that record, and it took him a minute to get into it. So I think that is just what it is. It was my first time really listening to Cause of Death in its entirety. So I think with a few more listens, it could grow on me, because Slowly We Rot's fire and Obituary's fire live. So, I don't know. Trevor's guitar tone on Cause of Death was Chef Kiss. 100% agree. Well, and that's the thing, is if you take away John Tardy's voice, the instrumentals are so good. Especially with Redneck Stomp. Bestie. You must respect the history. My first gateway to metal was Blizzard of Oz, so my first metal band was Cannibal Corpse. So I think that's another thing too. I'm just very, I started with the extreme. So it is, unfortunately, it's affected the way I listen to some heavy metal and traditional heavy metal and like the, you know, new wave of British heavy metal, because I'm like, but I'm used to blast beats and deep dark vocals and talking about murder. You know? I think that's why I got so used to I got more into like BDM and grindcore, you know, easier than I did other bands. I started listening to those things more than I did even like the traditional and the new, you know, traditional heavy metal and even like thrash metal. Like, yeah, I'm just now getting into thrash metal. Like this week, we are listening to Act 3 from Death Angel finally on Patreon. So that's going to be really exciting. A couple weeks ago, we did the Ultraviolence record, which was pretty good. There were sections of that one, the title track song, that was really good. I really liked a lot of the riffage there. So, but also have seen Death Angel live, and oh my God, are they literally killer live. So we had to leave their concert early after being there for 2.5 hours, girl, and they were still playing. And it was literally 2.5 hours of just Death Angel playing, and we had been there since like 6 or 7 p.m. with 3 other bands playing. And I was like, girl, it's 12:30 and we have an hour-long drive to get home. Like, we actually have to leave. Magpie was falling asleep standing, and he's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, no, we're going home. We're going home. I know we want to like be here till it ends, but we've been here for 2.5 hours and they don't even look like they're about to stop. So they definitely kept the party going, kept the energy up, you know, so that's good. My first extreme band was Possessed and then Morbid Angel. There you go. Possessed makes sense too. Doing this research on like Chuck Schuldiner for my video, it's been really interesting to like see the people that he was really close with, or who he was, I don't know, who he felt like he was influenced by. Like, I think he was pretty close with Jeff Becerra at the time. And I think that it was like a mutual thing. They didn't equally, well, I think Chuck himself said that he didn't think that Death was like the first death metal band. I think he just like honored Possessed during that time. I was like, no, I think you are, you know. I don't know. It's interesting. I like looking at metal history and like looking at all the old fanzines and everything. Like, that shit's so interesting to me. I love reading articles and like looking at all the interviews and the art and like just everything about it, and like looking at all the like, yeah, the fanzines are cool. So they don't do those anymore. And like, if I was a teenager in like the 80s or the 90s and I was into metal, like, I would be all over those fucking fanzines, girl. Like, that is so up my alley. I went through a whole like magazine collecting phase. I used to be really into collecting Rolling Stone before they went too political and woke, but it's like I used to be really into the Rolling Stone, and just all kinds of, mostly like the older ones. I used to collect Playboys too. I stopped doing that. You missed my generation, then I did. So, Aborted is also very good. Aborted is great. Are way better because they had better production. Relentless Retribution, for example. Yeah, like, it definitely seems like Death Angel has a very solid discography, and they pretty much consistently release things, but they take just enough time to be able to properly record it and release it to where it's good. So at least based on like ratings on Metal Archives, I haven't listened to their entire discography. I've literally listened to one album in its entirety and then seen them live. So it's like, I'm really excited to listen to Act 3 because I've heard there's a lot of acoustic sections. I have so many people on Patreon that want me to listen to that record. So I'm interested to hear how they develop, and how their sound evolves. So I have Metal Forces and Metal Maniacs magazines that I won't ever get rid of. I'm so jealous. I'm jealous. I have, Decibel. Like, the current magazines, I like Decibel, and then I like, what's the other one? It's like Outcast, or Mama's got to get her damn glasses. It's right there, but it's too tiny for me to read. Hold on. It's Outburn. That's the one I like. So I like Outburn. I mostly like Outburn because of the photos. They're so good. And then it's like that thick paper that I really like for magazines. Posture check. Okay. Fine. Oh. Death Angel were gone for 14 years after their van accident. Returned in 2004. They had a van accident. What happened? You're still subscribed to Decibel? I'm wondering if I want to be subscribed to it or not. I don't know. I've thought about it. I mean, I can't do it until after my move, but that would be really fun. That'd be a great thing to have. It's just like a year subscription just to see how it goes. From 98 to... that's so cool. Some more Candlemass. I know you reacted to Demon's Gate, but there's so much more good songs. I did a whole 5-song discography dive for Candlemass on Patreon. It was a little rough. It's been a while since I've listened to that. So I'd be down, though. I'm always down to, like, re-listen to stuff because my tastes are just changing so much, and I'm listening to so much music. So I know I like haven't posted anything on YouTube in a while. We've just been having so much fun on Twitch and on Patreon. I've just been listening to so much music because I'm like, I need to just listen to music and get more metal and more experience under my belt so I can understand the evolution of the sound and really get it. So it's like I'm down to re-listen to things and see how it sounds, and it's been really cool, like regardless of what you think about like Godsmack or Papa Roach, but it was so interesting to listen to both of those artists over the last couple weeks and hear the influence. Like I could hear the James Hetfield Metallica inspiration. Like I could hear all of this inspiration there, and I'm like, oh my god, I can like connect it. Like that's so cool. So I'm so honestly need to know about more metal post 1997. It's very interesting to see the transition. Judas Priest is honestly one of the most fascinating bands in terms of like the evolution of sound, in my opinion. Because like from their very first record, their first 2 records from the late 70s being so like 70s classic rock, that's what I kind of call it, like doom coded, so it's so Black Sabbath. And then it transitions into this kind of classic 80s rock, glam rock style, and then it's like you can hear them slowly getting heavier and figuring out this heavy metal sound in like the mid 80s. And this is all before Painkiller. And then you realize, oh my God, Painkiller didn't even come out until the 90s. Like there's so much history there. Like they've been literally doing music for like 10 years prior to that record, which is insane. So you fell off after 95 due to real life. Yeah. When life gets in the way. Don't you love that? Did you know that before they named the band Candlemass, they were originally called Nemesis? I think so. And they released a demo called Day of Retribution. Ooh, I'll write it down. I'm going to drink some coffee and then I'll write it down. When I started listening to metal, I was just in time to become a Korn SOD fan. But even then, I was like, this crap gimmicky metal. Oh, yeah. Oh, give me death metal. Yeah. I understand that. I just like death metal. I like the darker, doomier style vocals and sounds. So I'm writing down this band. What were they called? Nemesis. That's cool. Listen to, what is it? Day of Retribution? Okay. Maybe. Death metal. You don't like death metal, Metallic Death, which is funny. It's just funny that you don't like it. Like, honestly, so rude. Honestly. Necrophagus are good. I do have a reaction of them on my channel. I do. I know, I'm excited. I'm probably going to rebrand a bunch of stuff. So if you see me start changing certain things around, just know that's what I'm doing. Metallic Death don't like death metal? No. He only likes Poppy. And Metallica. There you go. God. Glam in 1986, the Turbo album. They were slamming even in 1978. Oh, yeah. Hey. How are you, Jay? Welcome to the stream. Metal had a rough time after 95 as well. Some of the worst years for metal releases were around the late 90s, early 2000s. Is that because, like, new metal's birth? Is that why? Because, I mean, that was right around the time of, Slipknot. Godsmack was starting to release stuff. So, death metal rules. I think so. It's death. Sorry, never mind. Oh, no. He should get rid of it. He changes it every time. He's like Metallic D's. That's what I call him now. Metallic D's. A lot of bands weren't putting up their best efforts. Yeah. Well, oh, yeah. I guess you could. Well, yeah. That was the time of what? Load and Reload for Metallica, right? I thought Saint Anger came out in the 90s, but it didn't come out till like 2003, which was also very interesting. And I mentioned that in my Godsmack Papa Roach video. Both of those. Well, in Papa Roach, I definitely mentioned it because I was like, it's so interesting to hear like the Metallica influence and some of the instrumentation for the Papa Roach Infest album. And then hearing how Papa Roach and like this whole new metal phase inspired Metallica with like Saint Anger, and I'm like, it's weird how it's like coming around full circle, Get rid of death in your name. Oh, I also think you should check out the Tony Martin era of Black Sabbath. He was a very underrated vocalist and songwriter. Oh, yes. I haven't really listened to anything from Tony Martin. I need to check out Dio's stuff, like the Rainbow catalog, too. Black Sabbath is just killer. At least their older records are. When did metal get better post 95? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. When did metal get better post 95? Probably when Corpse Grinder joined Cannibal Corpse. Get wrecked. Scrap-a-roach. It made a comeback around 2005. All the older acts were being back in style. Really? 2005. What about, Marilyn Manson was around during that time. Did people like Marilyn Manson back then? Like when he was, I think he did. I think people did. That was an interesting video too to do for Patreon. Join my Patreon if you want. Or just join my Discord. Because Patreon and Discord are where it's at, girl. There's some good stuff in the late 90s, early 2000s, but it's sporadic, taking off again in the 2000s. Well, yeah, because that's like when early deathcore was starting to become a thing, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Black Dahlia Murder released their first record, in like the early 2000s? Like 2001? 2? If I'm remembering correctly. So, is that when there was kind of like a new jump? Or no? There are so many bands now. There are a ton. So, I haven't been keeping up with any of the new releases either. You're welcome. Motley Crue, Maiden, Dio, then he died, and a bunch of metal TV and radio shows were popping off left and right around that time. True. I guess that is true. VJ, stop correcting your name. It's not VL, it's VJ now. If you don't like death metal, you're just listening to hard rock. LOL. It's okay. You don't have to listen to death metal. You don't have to. Everybody's got their tastes. But I'm like, well, I don't know. I think the one genre I really haven't listened to a lot is like thrash, like pure thrash, and nu metal. Those are like the two genres I really haven't listened to a lot. And gent. Although we've gotten our fill for gent with this Periphery dive. So, what do you think of Bathory? I think they're pretty solid. I don't listen to them too much. But I think they're pretty solid. When Cannibal Corpse Kill album charted, yes. They don't have to, but they should. They should, because death metal is pretty dang good. But gore metal is where it's at. Gore grind, death grind. That's where it's at. For me. And BDM. Ever listen to Loudness? No. I haven't. I don't think I have. One of these days I'm going to get to see Dying Fetus, and one of these days I'll see Deicide. I'm hoping. I'm like, if they come to Sacramento, I'm driving there. I will drive all the way there to see them. Tech Death for you. I really like Nile. That's my Tech Death band. That's what I'll take. You missing out for Loudness? Okay, Baby Metal fan. Let's see what you got for me. I'll put Loudness down. Oh, by the way, I have a Baby Metal reaction coming to my Patreon in the next month or two. Just so you know, Davis. It's for my Morbid Curiosity series. I think you should check out the 5th album by Bathory called Hammerheart. That's like my favorite album by them, and it's very different from their first 4 albums, but it still kicks ass. Okay. I'll put it down. Bathory. I know I've listened to some Bathory. I'm not sure if I've listened to a full album yet or not. But I remember I liked what I heard. It was an interesting listen. Yes, no, really? Yeah. You will become a fan, I promise. I listened to one song by Baby Metal 1,000 years. You heard a song by them last week? Bathory? Yeah, I know I did. Yeah, it was an epic song. Wasn't it 8 minutes long or something like that? But then we also have Cryptopsy, Suffo, Morbid Angel. Yeah. Yes. I'm not huge into Cryptopsy. I like Defeated Sanity for Tech Death. Especially their last record was really good. You think Morbid Angel became a tech death band? That's the first I've ever heard that. My favorite song on Hammerheart is called One Road to Asabe. That song even got turned into a music video. That's cool. They don't have to sing in English, Davis. There's plenty of, yeah. This Rebuke and Revoke dude didn't even, like, sing in English either. And he did country folk the American way. Do you like Origin? Never heard of them. Haven't listened to Origin in a while. I haven't heard of them before. All I remember is when it comes to Morbid Angel, their 3-song EP demo, whatever, Thy Kingdom Come, is Pinched Fingies. Elude Divinum Insanus is actual pain. I don't ever want to listen to that again. That was so painful. I've never felt cringe so bad in my back before, girl. Like, oh, God. Ugh. Even remembering it now, I'm like, ugh, the cringe. The cringe, it's so bad. Ugh. God, you guys are getting a good stretch out of me today. Ugh. I can't type. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Alright, you guys. I'm going to take off. I've got some stuff I got to do for the family biz, the ranch biz. But Elude or Frost? Oh no. Why do you have to make me choose? That Frost album from Enslaved is actual ass, girl. That's not good. That's so bad. I cannot believe that VJ and Surgical Brute still keep bumping and pumping that damn record, because that is actual ass. That album is so bad. But even then, I would still say Elude is worse. Absolutely. Oh, God. Check out Loudness when you get a chance. Oh, I will. Kaya yawns. I do. I'm tired. More importantly, I have a busy day. I have a very busy day. But I'm glad we got to hang out, and I'm really excited for everything we're going to be doing over the course of the next month. So stick around. I ain't going anywhere, okay? For the next month, you have me. We're going to do a lot of streams. So this Wednesday, we're going to wrap up our Periphery dive, and we're going to listen to, I think, the 7th album or the 6th album from Amon Amarth. And then we're going to, this Friday, our listening party for Twitch is songs from, gray or white album covers. So if you want to submit a song request for that stream, you just have to join my Discord. Go to the Twitch Picks channel, read the pin post on how to submit, and then you can put in your song request, okay? I don't care if you hate it. I think you're nuts for calling it prog. It's progressive black metal, girl. It literally is. It's no good. It's no good. I do not like it. Not good. What's replacing Periphery next week? Oh, you want to hear our schedule? So the last week that I will be streaming, we're going to do 2 streams to wrap up Amon Amarth. So, as I said, Wednesdays are our dives where we do 2 albums. So, this week is going to be Amon Amarth and Periphery. Next week's going to be Amon Amarth and The Chasm, Procession to the Infraworld. Then we're going to do Amon Amarth and Asphyx, Last One on Earth. The 3rd week, we're going to do the second to last Amon Amarth album with Satan and their album Life Sentence. The last week, and this will be the same week, because it'll be the last week I stream. So then we're going to finish Amon Amarth, and we're going to listen to Fit for an Autopsy, The Sea of Tragic Beasts. Once I'm done moving, are you ready for this? once I'm done moving, we are going to jump into Carcass. And I believe we were also going to do Killswitch Engage. So when we come back, we're in our little makeup studio. And makeup, I mean our rough cut studio before I move into the actual house. Yeah, it'll be Carcass and Killswitch Engage together. So, yeah. We have a lot of fun choices for things. So just be on the lookout for some fun things. And I am going to post a video before I move to YouTube. I'm going to post a deep dive, finally. So it'll be very fun. Carcass is going to be fun. It'll be fun to listen to their whole discography and like hear their evolution of sound, because boy did they have one. They definitely have one. So that's what you got. All right, I'll see you later. Oh my god, Tender is the Flesh is ready. Yes, I can check out Tender is the Flesh now, the cannibal book. You're welcome. All right, you guys. I will see you on Wednesday on Twitch. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you later, okay? Okay. Mr. Metalman, thank you so much for the 20 biddies. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, you guys. Bye.